right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to 5.25 and looking at the 25th lesson of the unit. So we're going to decompose and compose fractions greater than 1 to express them in various forms again, just like we did the other day. And what we're going to do is I want you to write down 2 wholes and 1/6. And this time I want you to decompose it into wholes and 6. So if I take my 2 wholes, how many sixths does that break down into? If you need to do it over here, 6/6 equals 1, 12/6 equals 2, 18/6 equals 3. So 12/6 equals 2. If that's 2, that would be 12/6. What's left? 1/6. So if I go ahead and add those up together, I know that that equals 13/6. Now we could certainly do it on a number line. Go ahead and draw your number line with endpoints 0. And this is past 2, so our other endpoint needs to be a 3. If you go ahead and fill out your number line, and then break each whole into 6. Go ahead and pause while you do that. All right, here's your number line. Each whole was broken into 6, and we're going to plot our 2 wholes first, which is the same as 12/6, which we proved right here, because 6 times 2 is 12, and then 1/6 more, which equals 2 and 1/6. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to work on figuring out what 3 and 1/3 equals as far as an improper fraction. If you need to use the number line, you can, or you can just use the number bond. See if you can figure out what the improper fraction is. Go ahead and pause. This is what you should have gotten. 3 wholes, when I'm dealing with thirds, is the same as 9/3. So I brought that down for my 3, brought down my 1/3, and I ended up with 10/3. Next thing I'd like you to do is I would like you to write out this fraction, or this mixed number, 4 and 1/4, and I want you to draw a number bond separating it out just like we just did, but then we're going to do something else with it. Please create an improper fraction. Pause. Your number bond probably should have looked like this. If you needed to write them out, knowing what each whole meant, that's fine. 4/4 equals 1, 8/4 equals 2, 12/4 equals 3, 16/4 equals 4. Now, another way of saying 16/4 is 4, that's my whole, times 1 whole. 4 times 4/4. Because I have 4 wholes, and 1 whole is 4/4. So I have 4 of them, 4 wholes. And if I do 4 wholes, 4 times 4/4 is 16/4. And then you can just add your 1/4. So that's just one more way of putting it. So if you were to see that, you would know I have 4 groups of 4/4. This time, we're not going to use a number bond to break this down. We're actually going to use the whole equation that we've written out, the whole number sentence we've written out before. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at it this way. 5 and 3/4 is the same as saying 5 plus 3/4. Hopefully you figured that out, because you're just putting them together. From there, I know I have 5 wholes, but if I have 5 wholes, how many fourths are in a whole? Because I'm dealing with fourths. How many fourths in a whole? Well, 4/4 are in a whole. So if I have 5 groups of 4/4, or 5 groups of a whole, 5 groups of 4/4, but don't forget this guy, plus 3/4. Well, what is 5 groups of 4/4? Well, 5 times 4 is 20, and we're dealing with fourths. 5 groups of 4/4 is 20/4. But again, don't forget your 3/4. So it equals 23/4. You can certainly double check yourself with that number bond. 5 wholes times 4/4 is 20/4 plus 3/4 equals 23/4. You can do it either way. Whatever the problem set asks for, at least practice it that way a couple of times. If it says number line, do a couple number lines. If it says number bond, do a couple number bonds. If it says to extend it like this, then do a couple of those. But if this works the best for you, then do that for the rest. Go ahead and get a problem set, find a partner, and good luck.